Now for the next DIY, I wanted to see if I could make a rope bowl. I've been seeing people sell these and I'm like, you know what? I could totally make that with supplies from the Dollar Tree and it would be a cute way to show off some seashells or some beach finds. So I'm just going to take the Dollar Tree rope. This is the longer, skinnier rope from the Dollar Tree. And I'm using this one just because it's going to be longer. I won't have as many seams. And I'm going to start here just on my silicone mat just to get us started because what I want to do is spiral this, hot gluing it to itself. I'm using a metal mixing bowl I had as a template. Because the hot glue won't stick well to that, it'll be easy to remove. And again, I don't want to glue it to the bowl. I just want to use that as the shape of my bowl to help me get the shape I'm going for. So I just work my way around, adding hot glue to the rope that I had just added and then gluing on another layer. I want the bottom of my bowl to be flat like this. So until I get to the edges here of the bowl, it's pretty flat, but now I can start making it take this shape. I just spin it as I go. And one reason I do that, I want to make sure that I'm not hot gluing it down and then I don't have to turn the whole bowl either to get this shape, but still bending it around the shape as I go, as I'm slightly raising the sides each time with the hot glue. Now I did end up using 2 packages because I wanted this to be a pretty large rope bowl. And the seams on the white nautical rope are a little bit harder to hide sometimes. So I'm actually going to use some burlap to make some little tags to cover that. So I'm going to start my second package right about here. If you stopped at this point, you would have a small tray instead of more of a bowl, which is what I was going for. So I'm going to start and stop here. Now I know a lot of people when they make the rope bowls take string or yarn and tie off the seams. I'm going to see if I can get kind of the same look just using some burlap. So I went ahead and attached my second piece like this. Now normally I wouldn't put the tag here, but you know what? I'm going to do a burlap tag at the top. So I thought a burlap tag here would be fine too. And I can just make sure that both of my tags are on the same side of my rope bowl. And so I just cut off a little piece of burlap from the burlap roll from the Dollar Tree and made a little tag to go around this, sealing that all together. And I think it adds a fun little touch to the rope bowl. And we can continue on. I want to use pretty much the entire second package of the Dollar Tree rope. And I'm putting the glue kind of on the bottom side of the rope because I know I'm trying to get that more vertical shape now. And using the metal bowl worked really well. It provided me a great shape. I didn't really damage the bowl at all. I was able to remove any hot glue on there once it set up a little bit. And it gave me the perfect shape I wanted for this bowl. It's kind of a floppy bowl being made out of rope, but I kind of like that. Adds a lot of character to it. So I'm going to keep going around until I use pretty much this entire package of rope. I do want to make sure that my seams are on the same side. Since I'm going to have the little burlap tag, I think I have enough to go around one more time here and then end it right here, almost the perfect length. I trimmed it down a tiny bit so they would be symmetrical, and then I'm going to make that little burlap tag here. I found this was easier than the sewing method for sure to cover your ends on your rope bowl, and burlap is usually pretty readily accessible. You could also use the faux burlap from the faux burlap bags from the Dollar Tree. That would work well too and be easy to work with. And I just wrap that around, providing a little tag there. And you can see our rope bowl is pretty big. I love it. I'm going to melt some of the hot glue that might have seeped through and just clean the whole thing up with my heat gun a little bit. As you can see, it's kind of a floppy bowl. It's nice and big though. Be a great centerpiece or accent piece. I'm going to fill it up with some Spanish moss here from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to fill this up with seashells and beach treasures, whatever I can find around my house. This is one of the wood beads from the Shore Living line last year. I told you guys I still have a stash of those, so I'm going to sprinkle in some Shore Living items here every now and then. And this was a fun starfish. I do want this to have a little color though, so I'm going to paint mine Caribbean blue just for fun. As you can see, it's like a resin starfish that's got a lot of texture on there, so I think painting it that like turquoise color will be pretty. I'm going to add some driftwood. This is not actual driftwood from the beach. This is just driftwood vase filler that I have from Target. Different pieces, a lot smaller scale. I just kind of scatter those around my rope basket. And then we're going to add seashells. Again, I have tons of seashells from the last time I went to Sanibel. And when you go to Sanibel, you'll find you get all the same type of seashells a lot of times. So I have a lot of these that are similar. So I'm going to try to mix them up a little bit here with finds that I have from the beach. And just pile it in here. Again, anytime I can display my beach treasures, I'm happy with that. Add some more colorful ones as well. We can add some of the Dollar Tree sea glass. This stuff is so pretty. When we went to Grand Turk and the Turks and Caicos for Christmas, I was actually able to find real sea glass on their beaches, which was a really fun find. I want the starfish to be on top, kind of the star of the show, and this is how I styled my rope basket using supplies from the Dollar Tree for the rope basket and treasures from the beach, mixed in with a few other finds as well.